Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the Collector's Corner, guys. We're doing good, Patrick. We are now into the second month, and
Yeah.
there are some statistics that I don't know if they're true, but I hear every year that like everyone breaks their New Year's resolutions by February. I think it was in The Office, and every piece of
That
trivia and
was no, that
statistic
was
I hear in The
Pam because she did
Office,
like the board or whatever
yeah,
for everyone's new goals.
Michael has a breakdown because Holly was in not following up on her ultimatum. Anywho,
Yeah, it's true.
but we are not gonna pull a Kevin. We're not gonna eat a broccoli stem first because we're doing great. We are sticking to our schedule. Thank you guys so much for your patience at the end of last year, getting this off the ground. But here we are, Collector's Corner, episode 9, almost to the double digits. Patrick and Preston, DGGA founders, here to talk with you everything disc golf collectors.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff last episode. We had like a million things to catch up on. This episode is only 2 weeks further than last episode, and we still have a million things to catch up on. It's
There's
preseason, so we're
quite a
just
bit.
moving people. There's discs dropping all the time. There's a lot of stuff going on. So let's dive right in. The first one I don't actually know anything about. You wrote down 9 AVR, and I am clueless, and I feel like the dumbest boy in school.
Well, that's just episode 9, and we're going to
Oh,
talk about the
episode
Aviar.
9.
Yep. But first, let's just do a little bit of a
Oh
Market Watch
man,
update. If you've watched
Market
some of our previous
Watch.
episodes, you know that we are keeping track of the price of sextants.
Mm,
I don't have the plot updated. I'll get that for you for our next episode. But it's just a way. I mean, if you're in the financial or the stock market world, there are a lot of different ways you can keep track of how the market health is, and one of those ways is just by looking at the price of a consistent item. So, like for
yeah,
example, how much does it cost to buy a gallon of milk or something, or a burger or whatever? Because over time, inflation will change and the market will change, but the value of a burger intrinsically is still the same, right? And so similarly, 2015 and 2016 sexton are not getting more rare, right? If you have one, you're not throwing it, unless you're Nate. They're not releasing more of them, right? So their value isn't really changing, the intrinsic value. So the cost of them is what gives us kind of a thermometer for how the market's doing. It's pretty cold right now. I'm not going to lie. Not going to sugarcoat it. It is a buyer's market. There was a Rasta 2015 Sexton, brand new, unthrown, still had the little sticker on the back that was taking offers on the Sexton page and only got up to $400.
oh,
Yeah. So I don't know if it's sold. They just PM'd. But I will say it's a buyer's market. The sellers
yeah, it
do not
is
have a
for
lot of leverage
sure.
at the moment.
For people that don't know, talk to us about. And I tell Preston to talk about. He's got his thumb kind of on the pulse there of the sextants. Tell us about like let's call it late 2019, 2020. Where were the
COVID boom.
2015 sextants sitting? Yeah,
Yeah.
the COVID boom.
I mean, COVID boom prices with a good 2015, you were getting 4 digits.
Ah,
You were
man.
getting over $1,000, and still today, if you have like an insane Nate Sexton 2015 or
Mm.
2016, you
The
can get
double wings. Yeah, with the
some big
yeah.
money. But your stock standards are getting pretty affordable, which is
Mm.
awesome. If you are one of those COVID players and you got into the game later, or maybe you're like me and you were playing well before 2015, but not really as a collector, now's
Yeah.
a great time to finish out that Sexton collection if you're collecting. Get that 2015, get that 2016. There was a 2016 that sold for the equivalent of like $135 on the
Mm.
Sexton page, which is pretty dang cheap. New and
Yeah,
unthrown.
for sure. So you sent me a message the other day about 2020. It had
Oh
the single
yeah,
rainbow. Yeah, the
yeah. Single
rainbow.
Rainbow 2020 went. Somebody like sold it on eBay or something.
They
Uh,
didn't know what they
yeah, they didn't
had.
know what they had. Yeah,
So
that
guys,
that disc is
watch the Market
money.
Watch podcast. Let us educate you. One thing I did see while we're on the Market Watch segment, the Sexton 2015 is cooling down, but I saw multiple Proto time lapses that were auctioning or taking offers that were getting really close to $100. I
So
think one of them might have peaked over $100.
yeah. last episode we talked a lot about the brand movements of Eagle McMahon, Simon Lizotte, Gannon Burr, and what that could mean for the collector's market. Go check that episode out if you haven't seen it yet. But one of the things that I think you're commenting on now is the reverberations backwards, right? So when Simon moved over to MVP, you got a huge wave of Discmaniacs moving to MVP. And then he released this new disc, and it was like, whoa, huge for the collector's market. Well, the Eagle, in his own right, has a large chunk of fans that were still with him at Discmania. And then when he moved over, I think you got this second wave of people coming over to MVP who were Discmania fans.
Yeah.
So they love the Crush Boys. And so I think there is a rebounding kind of bounce back up second wind for the Simon Lizotte discs.
Yeah.
Because now there are more people joining those pages and looking for those discs.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
You know, if they follow,
they missed the Proto drop. Yeah, they missed the Protos because we talked about how super saturated the time lapse market is. There's so many.
Yeah, on like a special edition kind of. Yep.
Yeah, but those Protos. I mean, this past week, maybe week and a half, I saw probably half dozen maybe of those Protos being auctioned, and we're getting pretty high.
Yeah, that's super true. Yeah, and maybe we'll talk at the end because this is probably one of our last podcasts before the season kicks off. Maybe we'll talk at the end about other things that could cause similar effects, right? You noticed, hey, when Eagle moved over, Simon's discs got a nice big bump again.
Yeah.
And so there are lots of different season scenarios that could cause like Macbeth discs to bump or you know, Isaac Robinson or a couple other options.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Patrick, let's switch on over here. Speaking of discs that are not new or dropping, but just were insane, I grabbed a screenshot of this one. Okay, obviously it's a gem. I don't know if you saw this post. What's up, Jacob, in the chat? Thank you so much for being here. But this is the Party Time stamp on a nice pink 4-claw Buzz, right? Obviously, 4-claw is crazy valuable. The Buzz, one of the best options to have for the 4-claws. Crazy good stamp, really nice condition. Take a guess. Do you know what this is going for? Did you already look at the show notes?
No, I didn't even look. Well, now that you're making like a big deal about it, I don't know. It could be terribly low. Sometimes you nab them for. I will
tell you, this is not one of those times. You will not.
Okay, good. No, that makes me happy.
No, this is a gem.
Well, no. I'm just gonna guess. I'm not gonna block. No, okay. So the 4-claws have held value so good. That's all. Okay. 120.
No.
220.
Nope.
How much?
400.
What?
And I think the bids are still going.
Go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So right now, you could equivalently trade this 4-claw for a 2015.
For a 2015.
Those prices do not level. Those prices do not equalize frequently. Now, to be clear, I'm talking a pretty stock 2015 Rasta stamp and a pretty gem of a 4-claw Buzz. But
yeah, but it's a Buzz though.
Yeah.
It's a Buzz. The 4-claw zone has always been like the cream of the crop in the 4-claws. It's always held the most value. The Buzz is kind of like tailing behind, but $400 for a 4-claw Buzz.
Yeah,
man, you'd love to see that.
The one
Good
I have on my wall,
man.
I got for
Good
$20.
for 4-claws.
I don't know if we've shared that story before. A different day. It's up there, but that's a 4-claw Buzz right there. It's thrown, but I got it for $20 and a
only 4-claw I have is that Undertaker you got for me a while back.
Heck yeah, our DGGA startup Undertakers. Twinsies. All right, so I'm glad you brought up the time lapses because I just wanted to throw back over during our Market Watch section and talk about these discs that aren't new releases but are just popping off.
Still doing great, man. They're still doing really good.
All right, so on to some of the new releases. This last week we had the 40th edition Aviars drop.
Oh, those are cool.
So they dropped the Aviar and the Aviar XD. So for those of you who might not know, these were like some of the original Innova discs ever. I think these might be the original Innova disc golf discs. Aviar was the first putter. Aviar XD was just the Aviar but extra distance, which makes it like the mid-distance equivalency or the driver of the day, I think. It was just for bigger throws to go farther, right? Because back then the discs really were still frisbees. They've
Yeah,
gone with like a cool retro stamp, nice 40th edition anniversary. You can still get these, I think. So if you are a disc golf kind of historian, if that's the angle that you collect from, this is a great piece to have. The AVR is
for sure.
just about as classic as it gets.
Yeah,
So
no, it's and there's a definitely has a cult following. There's a lot of different runs that are really popular. I know personally a lot of players in my play group up here that use AVR still. I mean, it's one of the OGs, it's one of the originals, but people still swear by it. It's still like a fantastic disc.
yeah,
And
it's
kind of
kind of
like a
like the Rock.
destroyer, it's seen a lot of names, like a lot of people that's been like their tour series or whatever. But I'm trying to think if I have any AVRs. I think I have one or two. I'm not a huge collector of AVRs, but there are definitely people that's their collecting item. Like they collect all the runs. I do like the retro stamp. Innova changed their logo, BT Dubs. They removed the swoosh, and now it's just Innova
Yeah.
with the.
Uh,
Anyways, yeah, it looks good.
Not today because I did not prepare it, but the next time that there are AVRs in the news, I have a crazy AVR story. Um,
Mm.
I found like a really old, really valuable uninked AVR in terrible condition. Um, so we'll chat about
In
that a different day.
terrible
I'll find the
condition.
disc and find some pictures. But
Oh
if
man.
you are interested in collecting those AVRs, I found another cool little thing. This
Ooh.
is a 3-time McPro AVR, which has the same stamp style, which I thought was a really neat compliment to the 40th edition. And this is
Mm.
still in stock.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you the website yet because I might go and buy one at the end of the show. But you could find it if you're checking out for these older McPro AVRs. But this is a 2014. That's the 3X Macbeth McPro AVR. So a really cool edition. If you're grabbing the 40th edition AVR, the 40th anniversary AVR, you might also consider picking up one of these. They'll look like a nice matching pair, 10 years apart, which means that technically this one right here, because it's Paul Macbeth 3-time world champ, is also the 30th anniversary of the
Mm.
AVR. So really, really, really cool.
So
It's
just for a quick note,
yeah.
there's a couple websites that have the original or like the 4-time, the 2018 Tour Series
Mm-hmm.
ones. Very similar stamp. The outside border is a little different, but on this website they're going for 99.99. And I have seen them go for a little cheaper elsewhere, but I know the McPro AVRs from that year, the 2018 Tour Series, they're super hot. So Preston always talking about discs are like stocks. I don't know if this one's ever going to peak up that high, but it's a nice piece of history for sure.
It is. Yeah, it is. You can get these 3 times pretty cheap. You can get them for like $30 on eBay. The website I found them at had them for like 35 or 39. So pretty cool. I'm sure they produced a ton of them, but it's just a neat compliment to the 40th edition, the 40th anniversary. Sorry, AVR and AVR XD. Staying on the Macbeth train today, he's making some waves. The Kratos prototypes dropped. So they dropped
Kratos.
2 of them, otherwise known as the Luna X, right? Because this is a beaded Luna.
Yeah.
Amelia,
Uh,
thanks for hopping in the chat. Yeah, those McPros are a pretty good value right now. I think you could pick one up for $30, maybe 40 after shipping. But Patrick,
yeah, they released them at the disc golf convention that happened last week. I've seen them pop up on Facebook. They're still getting sold for like I think you get 40, $50 for the Sparkle Z Flex plastic kind of mold. But then they also did them in like the soft or the firm putter plastic, and those I think are going a little cheaper. But I'm excited.
yes,
I kind of want to
yeah.
throw one.
So that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. I think that this is the first time that someone's done a proto release in multiple plastics. I might be totally wrong.
I'm trying to think.
Every other
Definitely,
proto that I
definitely
own,
for Paul's line
yeah,
for sure. Because usually he just does that ESP. The protos at least just come out in the ESP plastic, and that's they stay that way for a long time, and then everyone was like, please, please, please release it in a different plastic, and they do it eventually. I'm wondering if the Sparkle Z-Flex, whatever that plastic is limited, and they're just going to do the rest of the Kratos in the powder plastic.
I maybe
Hot take,
maybe
hot take. You
I
heard it
just
here first.
I thought this was a really cool. Discraft is kind of leaning in. We talked last week or last podcast about the test flight like zones, and the different options that were there, and where like they weren't actually PDJ approved and whatnot, and they had two different ones, and they were gonna pick one. They've kind of done the opposite here, where they're both right the same mold, so they're both
Yeah.
PDGA approved, but these test flight where they are, I think, as of December 26th, so they've been approved. But these test flights right in the two different plastics is neat because the Lunas are so well acclaimed at having both throwability and puttability, right? So just
And
like you alluded
collectability.
to, yeah, there's also these ones.
There it is. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's that. I don't know what they're calling it. The firm putter plastic, because it's not ESP. It's not. I mean, it might be like that new soft plastic that came out with the middle of last year. But I need to get my hands on one.
Yeah.
I do want to throw it. The Lunas are cool. I mean, I don't collect them. We had Chris Kearns on a while back, and he is a big collector of the Lunas. So I need to reach out to him and get his thoughts on the Kratos. And what was that? Number 6 in Paul Macbeth's line.
Yeah. Well,
Is that the 6th one?
depends on if you're really counting it as a.
It's a new disc. It's an
a
entirely
beaded
new
Luna.
disc.
It's a beaded Luna.
Yeah, but it's got a different name. It probably has different flight numbers. Look it up. I'm gonna do it right now.
I don't think you can look them up yet. It's a beaded Luna. Chat, thank you guys so much for being here. I am going to drop the link to where I found those McPro Aviars. I know a couple of you are asking how much they are. I have not used this website before, so use at your own risk. But yeah, they've got them listed on Gravity Disc Golf for like $29, which seems like a great deal. So, yeah, no, the beaded Lunas, Patrick, and you mentioned I'm all over the place today. There's just so many exciting things to talk about. I want to go back to the Aviars. There's something else to talk about here. You had mentioned the new plastics, and it got me thinking. Innova is trying out, this is in their Proto Glow, is what they're
Oh, I
calling
saw
it.
the Proto Glow.
It is about time. I am so excited.
Because hot take,
MVP has
up
been
until
so
now,
much better with their
Innova's
glow.
glow plastic has been garbage. Absolute trash.
For years.
So long. The glow
For
Sexton
years.
Firebird doesn't actually glow that
Okay,
good.
the Sextons aren't even like that bad though. The color glow
MVP
Sextons are
has been the king of glow plastic for so long.
The first time I got an MVP glow disc, I hung it on my wall and I had to take it down because when I went to bed at night, it would just keep me awake. Like legitimately, it would glow for hours.
Bright. And like I'll buy one. There's a store, shout out Devi, DFW Disc Golf Center in Arlington, Texas. I'll go get a disc from him. I'll carry it outside to my car, and then I'll put it on the floorboard of my car. It's still noon, and it's glowing on the floorboard of my car. It's insane, but it's great plastic. I'm excited to see Innova's Proto Glow. I hope they do a great job. I hope they do just as well as MVP. I think there's a lot of business there for them in the glow market because they have obviously they have one of the largest followings, Innova does, and so if they can get glow plastic out there, more power to them.
Yeah, I mean it's such a good move as a manufacturer to have good glow plastic because it's another reason that I might rebuild my entire bag, right? I would love to have a full bag and a full glow bag that are the exact same discs, but I can't because frankly speaking, there are like 3 of the discs in my bag that have a good glow variant. And I went and tried to play a glow round with like glow stickers. More power to you if you can pull that off. But I lost 2 discs and it put a bad taste in my mouth. And now if I play a glow round, I'm only throwing my Sexton Firebird, my glow MVP reactor, my glow gateway like magics, and mostly just throwing the reactor over and over and over. So, all right. Those are the new releases and the market watch
Are
for the
we doing
last 2
this
weeks.
Ledgestone Vault? Are we talking about this?
Let's dive into the vault, Patrick.
I got an email a couple weeks ago, not a couple weeks, week and a half ago, and it said, "Hey, just wanted to let you know the Ledgestone Vault is opening." And I was like, "What the heck is that about?" And so then, if you go to just Google it, I'll do it right now. Google Ledgestone Vault and click the first link. It says the vault, and you'll find gems after gems of
Gems.
discs. I'm
Such a
guessing.
cool collector like option. Super neat.
Wow. The only other group, there's a couple of websites that I go to look for like old discs and stuff, and those are mine. Anyways, but DFX also does a vault thing, and they've got some pretty cool stuff, member releases and whatnot. So the Ledgestone subscription service started in 2023, end of 2023. There's three different options: Circle Two, Circle One, and Ace Tier. Circle Two is $5 a month. Circle One is $12 a month, and Ace Tier is $20 a month. This is all for information, by the way. Ledgestone is not sponsoring this video, although they should. Anyways, so Circle Two, $5 a month. You get access to the vault, which apparently is awesome. Exclusive inner circle discount codes, one mystery disc per quarter, code for the shop, some giveaways. $12 a month gets you all the Circle 2 benefits plus early access teasers to drops, free shipping over $50, Inner Circle mystery box access. So there is a $200 mystery box in the vault, which you only get access to if you're at least Circle 1, which is the $12 a month. And then Inner Circle custom disc vote. And then the highest one is Ace Tier, $20 a month, 5% off the whole website, universal free shipping, free VIP pass to Ledgestone for 6-month subscribers, one monthly misprint or Ledgestone edition disc, early access teasers, Inner Circle mystery box access to the vault, and then all of the other tier stuff. So the $20 a month is not bad. You get free VIP access to the Ledgestone event, and you get one disc. So you're getting a disc a month with the $20 a month deal. So I mean, depending. So, anyways, you do that, and then you get to go to the vault. So, if y'all go to Ledgestone Vault, there's a bunch of different, like Nate's Vault, Peter's Vault, Derek's Vault, Grant's Vault, Talon, Cody.
There's some
There's
sick stuff in these vaults.
misprint.
So
Guys, it's like
you can go and
there's
look
like four
around
claws in
without
there.
having a membership. Look at these double six claws. These are
Yeah.
just awesome.
Who had this? Who had the 4 claw? Somebody had a zone.
Yeah,
I don't remember who it was.
I think
There's a
Nate put
first
up
run
a
Raptor that was up there. There's a Wonder Bread ESPFLX zone that's still available.
Here's the
Let's
4 claw
see.
zone. Obviously sold out now.
Sold
So these
super
are
fast.
largely individuals. I'm pretty sure. I think exclusively individual discs.
Oh yeah, no, these are
Yep.
not like there's a bunch of these out there. Let's see, Grant, what you got, Grant? There's a black on black crank still available. A couple big Z stuff. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. An X Zone from 2024. That's this
Chat.
year, so that
If we
still hasn't
can
come
hit
out.
I don't know, 500 subscribers, which is still a ways out for us. But if we hit 500 subscribers, Patrick and I will get one of these Ledgestone Vault mystery boxes and
Oh,
do a big
absolutely.
giveaway.
We'll do a big giveaway. One of these giant mystery boxes. We'll give away tons of stuff.
That'll be awesome. I love these misprint
100%.
6 claws. There's a lot of really, really good stuff in the vault. I think definitely if you're passionate about collecting, I think, and this is not unique to just Ledgestone. I'm glad you mentioned that there were some other websites that do this, and specifically, I think
Yeah.
we talked about maybe 2 episodes ago. I believe it was Discmania, who had a subscription service that would give you access to some of their vault releases, and so some of the manufacturers are actually doing of like a subscription vault as well that lets you get access to some of their products that they're releasing. So it's really cool. I mean,
It's a great idea.
it's 2024. So am I sick of having a subscription service for everything? Yes, but also for the collector's market, I think it's wonderful. It's super neat and a cool opportunity for those of us who got into collecting later in disc golf to grab some of the older stuff. Right, like
Yeah.
Patrick said, there were some 4 claws. There were some unique things. or if you missed the drop because you just missed it because you were at work, or you missed it because you weren't in disc golf yet, it's a chance to kind of grab some real gems. Amelia, I don't know if any of these discs, I don't know if anyone had a sword. I don't remember one off the top of my head. But like I said, you don't have to be a member to just go on their website and click around and see what they have right now. It does, please note, that way you don't waste your time and get really excited and then bummed out, that even though it'll let you add it to your cart without being a member, if you're not a member, they're just going to refund you your total, and they won't actually let you buy it. So
you can't buy the mystery box unless you're at least Circle 1. Circle 2 members cannot buy the mystery boxes.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
Super cool. Guys, if you find anything in the Ledgestone Vault as this continues, I'm sure they'll keep updating it, right? Because it's almost sold all the way out. Tag us. Throw it on there and just give us a ping. We would love, and we'll keep a tab on it as well, but we'd love to see what you really think is cool from the Vault. If y'all join the Vault, let us know your thoughts. If you think it's worth it, $5 a month is pretty dang cheap. As long
That's not bad. $20 a month isn't bad. I mean, I spend well over $20 a month on discs, and I feel like if I so just to be transparent, I do the DFX limited run release. It's a monthly subscription. It's $25 a month, and they send like not super limited. I think it's 1,200 right now. And it comes with a little certificate of authenticity about stuff about the artist. It's really cool. I really like it. $20 a month for a mystery disc every month, plus other discount stuff. If you ever buy from Ledgestone, free shipping and 5% off everything. It's not bad.
It's not bad. And Ledgestone's a good place to go. Right, like I was mentioning earlier that Discmania has a similar thing. And if you're really into Discmania, that's awesome. But if you're just kind of into collecting in general, the Ledgestone Vault has a lot of the collectible discs as an option. So
this would probably be like Prez said. If you're just into collecting, this is probably the one. Each person, like Prodigy also has one, I think, right? The Prodigy Club or something like that.
I think so.
And they do one, but it's got a nice variety. Cool stuff.
And DXF has beautiful discs and really, really cool discs, right? But unless you get a very certain disc, right? They're limited edition and they're limited stamps and they're not the stock stamps. And so the wide appeal that you need to have general collectability on those might not be as high. But Patrick, I think it is time for disc fight. Chat, please be sure that you post some dopest discs. Patrick and I are going to have a disc fight and show up some of our dopest discs. Use hashtag dopest disc on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll be selecting one as soon as we have 2 or 3 up there to get a free disc. And it'll be either from one of our collections or from a mystery box, or maybe we'll buy one of the discs we talked about during the show that week and send it to you. But totally free. We'll cover shipping. We'll reach out to you on whatever platform you post with the hashtag. Please make sure you use hashtag dopest disc. It's all we're searching for to look for those submissions. Do you have your champion, Patrick?
I do.
All right.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. So this is from my DFX Limited. It's pretty cool. This one was from December. So shout out DFX, shout out Don Freeman. Oh, so good. So good. I need to get a better webcam. It really doesn't do it justice.
You need to post that, like cross-post that thing on Disc Golf and like League of Legends pages. Is a Twisted Fate stamp. Holy smokes.
Twisted Fate stamp. You can't see it says like DFX Limited right down there at the bottom. It's a beautiful disc. It's on a resistor, which I love. Great disc. This is also that glow plastic we were just bragging about. It's pretty nice. So then if you're in the limited club or whatever, they send you this little card that comes with it. It's called Dead Man's Hand. DFX, little information about the artiste, Marmoset. So yeah, this one, 1200 MVP Eclipse resistors.
Dude, that's sick. I need to bag a resistor. I've been playing around with one of my buddies.
You do. I love resistors. It's a great disc. It's like a 6-speed, very overstable control driver.
We need to do it in the bag at the beginning of the season. It'll be off topic. We won't do collectors. But Patrick, I think that was really cool. That was super awesome.
Now he's gonna build up. Oh, what's he got?
I went all in on the theme today.
Oh, you got one.
No, so
Oh
this is
my.
a different one. This is a
It's
different
signed by
year.
Paul Macbeth. It's
Yeah, signed by Paul
him.
Macbeth. I went and got
What
him to
the
sign
heck?
it at Waco last year. So it is a McPro Aviar. Celebrating the 2024 40th anniversary of the Aviar. So I am probably going to buy one of those 2012 McPro AVRs.
Yeah, you have to now.
Yeah, I know, right? Because then you get the McPro AVR and you get the 40th
Yeah.
edition, and I already have this one, and it'll make a really nice set. So
I think mine wins though. Chat opinions. Who's winning? Discord. Let us know. Let us know who wins. Are we keeping score? Who won? Oh, you won last week or last.
we're not, but it's a new year. We sure could.
Last
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below. Which of those discs do you think wins our little disc fight? Those are both pretty good. I feel like they're pretty close this week. Usually it's a bit of a landslide either one way or the other, but those are neat. If you have a theme or maybe a prompt that you would like us to go off of for the next disc fight, throw it down in the comments. We'd love your suggestions. If you wanna see, like, maybe your prompt is not Innova MVP or Discraft, and just see what comes out of the collection from that. Or maybe your suggestion, maybe what you want to see is, like, I don't know, throne discs only. Like, what do you got that's cool
old.
but throne, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird things in everybody's disc golf disc collection. Or maybe we could do one, Patrick. We could do a week where the person that wins the disc fight, to win the disc fight, you have to stump the other person. So, like, you pull a disc with a stock stamp, and if the other person just, like, can't identify what the heck it is, right? Just something so obscure, most obscure disc could be a cool disc fight.
I got some obscure discs.
We could shake it up. There's a bottom shelf of the shelf of collector's discs by my desk that I don't access very much. So, there's some things down there.
Oh man. All right, well, post some stuff. We want to see some dopest discs. We want to give stuff away. Take some plastic from us.
And don't forget, you can go to discgolfgradingauthority.com, send in your discs to get standard graded. We'd love to grade them, send them back in a sealed bag and package, ready for you to be able to sell with an objective third party who gave you a quantitative grading on the quality and perfection level of your disc. So,
well said, sir.
Thank you guys so much for hopping in. Thanks for joining us for Collector's Corner episode 9. We'll be hitting you every first and third week of the month on Fridays. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.